NBC is proud to be at Amalie Arena in Tampa, where it's the Stanley Cup Final presented by Geico.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Stanley Cup playoffs here on the EA Network. No, it's not the Stanley Cup Final. I just wanted to play the old Doc Emmerich. He is a classic for the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. And where would we rather be on a Saturday afternoon than Winnipeg? And I have lots of people that are excited about this series in particular, being Utah and Winnipeg. But it is true, it is going to be a battle out there. Winnipeg, one of the second best team in hockey this year. Utah, the second wildcard spot in the West. It's their first playoff debut. Listen, me and Megan Fitzpatrick on our podcast, the Game Day podcast, we both picked, let me see here. Megan picked Winnipeg in 6, and I also went Winnipeg in 6. Just maybe the stars are a little too bright here for Utah, but Utah can prove everybody wrong. They're young, they're ambitious, and what better way to talk about the Utah Mammoth than Lexi McGraw. Lexi, welcome in. I know you've been covering the Utah Mammoth all year. Lexi, talk to me a little bit about this first round matchup between the Mammoth and the Winnipeg Jets.
Oh, absolutely. And thanks for having me on. You know, this is such a fun matchup because, like you said, it's that classic David versus Goliath vibe. Utah just making their debut, and they are hungry. I mean, they're fast. They've got this young core, but Winnipeg, they just don't miss. So I think it's going to be a chess match. Really excited to see how the crowd takes into it in Winnipeg because that place is going to be electric. So, yeah, can't wait for puck drop.
Well, we did see Jordan Binnington earlier this afternoon put on an absolute Vezina Trophy caliber performance, facing 33 shots, not letting a single goal in enemy territory against Seattle there for St. Louis and Seattle series. But all eyes are on Connor Hellebuyck and the Winnipeg Jets. Can they do this? Can they get past the first round? They start this series off at home, second best team in the NHL. What does Winnipeg have to do to take care of the young, speedy Utah Mammoth?
Yeah, that's a big question, right? I mean, Hellebuyck is the backbone, no doubt, but Winnipeg needs to keep things super disciplined. Utah thrives on that speed, so the Jets can't get caught pinching or overcommitting. And honestly, they've got to stay calm when Utah pushes the pace, because they will. If Winnipeg controls the neutral zone and stays patient, I think they'll take it in 6, just like we said.
All right, so Lexi, you weren't on the Game Day podcast, so do you think that Utah wins this series, being the second wild card, playing against, kind of like what you said, Goliath? Or do you think the Jets have this one in the bag? And what do you think who's going to win the series and in how many games?
Yeah, I'm really leaning toward Winnipeg in this one, just because that experience factor, especially with Hellebuyck in net, is so huge. But I do think Utah pushes them to the brink. I'll say Jets in 7. I think it goes the distance, and Utah really surprises people. It's going to be an epic series.
Epic is one way to determine it. Here, Alexi, at the Game Day podcast, we do a little segment prior to the puck drop, and it's your pre-game picks. Who do you have winning game 1 of this series? Do you have Utah? Do you have Winnipeg? And give me the... we usually do the final score, but let's make it fun here because you're a guest on the show. Let's do who's going to get the game-winning goal.
Ooh, I love this. All right, for game 1, I'm going to go with Winnipeg. I think they just set the tone at home. I'm going to say Winnipeg wins 3-2, and I'm going to call it Kyle Connor gets the game-winning goal.
Classic.
He's going to have a big playoff moment, so that's my pick.
Classic, Lexi. That's a great pick. I'm going to go Utah. I think I'm going to go with Utah. I can't believe you're picking against your own Mammoth. But I'm going to go Utah. I'm going to go with a upset 3-2 overtime finish, and it's going to be Mackenzie Weegar, the new guy, gets the job done for the Mammoth.
Oh, I love that pick. Yeah, I mean, what a moment for Mackenzie Weegar if he pulls that off. And you know what? Utah has nothing to lose. So if they can weather that early storm, I think you're right. Overtime, and it could be a game winner that no one saw coming. This is going to be so much fun.
Well, what is going to be fun, Lexi, and thank you for joining us on the show here. What is going to be fun is the whiteout in Winnipeg, and it's happening next here on EA Sports the EA Network, Twitch TV, and Flow Hockey. Enjoy the game, everyone. Shell Pounder and James Cebulski have the call for you. Dynamic Duo is in Winnipeg. We will see you in the first intermission.
The Mammoth have been the more aggressive team, and look at this, Cheryl. They're on the board.
They're aggressive, and their habits have been strong, especially in the early portion of this first period. You know, you want to try and get everyone into the game, get their legs underneath them. Quick shifts, good habits, and they're rewarded as they capitalize on that first goal.
Utah's moving it up the ice. Shot! Oh, he had the answer on that one.
I don't think we talk often enough about the skill of balance on your edges. I mean, he is able to manipulate because he is so strong. He's able to hold on to the puck even though the defenders are right on him.
And down he goes as the puck goes free. And that skips out of the offensive end. Scooped up along the wall by Iafallo. And now he passes it to Scheifele. Slides the puck ahead into the neutral zone. Made that stop. Big hit along the boards, and those walls are rattling.
When you're along the wall, you got to have your head up, and you better be good in small spaces, and you can't get out of the way of this thunderous hit, though, because it was lined up perfectly here, James. He knew exactly what he was going to do, and he finished right through the wall.
Still a lot of time left in the period as we approach the midway mark. We've got a 1-0 hockey game thus far. Oh, one of his teammates is right in the shooting lane there. Oh, what a save! I can't believe he kept it out.
I don't even know how he got to that puck there, James. Goalie coaches are going to continually work on position. Well, this has nothing to do with it. This is all about will, getting to the puck and being acrobatic in your crease. Such an impressive save, James. I love to look at these ones again because it's not just being in great position, it's being desperate. It's finding a way to get to the puck, keeping your eye on it at all times, tracking it, out-battling and out-willing everyone around you.
An offensive zone face-off coming up here.
After the icing, no one can change, so the goaltender who already looks fatigued is in a vulnerable position.
Winnipeg's won the draw and they'll go to work. Beautiful read in the defensive end by Marino. Big time block on the play.
Well, he's doing what it takes, James. And listen, coach is going to love that one. I expect to see him out here again.
Oh, look at this. Here they come. They've got numbers. And they'll cover it up, forcing a stoppage in play.
Iafallo's not going to be able to return to the game, James. I mean, that injury that he suffered earlier is going to keep him out. This is that tough loss for their team.
No, and you clearly kind of know where you stand from a coaching standpoint now, but that is a serious blow to the lineup here for the rest of the game. And he makes a save there. Here's a short pass to Perfetti. Big time stop.
And that's a great pitch.
And that goes off the post and out. Scores! That's how you put it in the back of the net.
They come from behind here, James, to get the equalizer, and they've created some much-needed momentum. They stayed with the game plan, and they've been rewarded for their efforts. You gotta love the way
Winnipeg's even things up here in the back half of the first.
But yeah, they're more connected right now, James. I felt like they started the period, they were back on their heels, and they couldn't get out of their zone with any type of continuity. Well, now they've kind of righted the ship right now. They're in their rhythm, and they've got back to an equal score.
Moves it quickly over to Schmidt. The Jets gain possession. Loses his balance on the play. Grabbed along the boards by Cole. Sent into the offensive zone. Winnipeg's got the puck along the boards. And he sidesteps the check. In all alone on the breakaway. What a save by the Tindy there.
Well, he's exuding a ton of confidence, not sitting back in his neck, challenges and make the save.
Picked up along the boards by Sandberg. Can't keep a hold of the puck after that play. Taves has it in the defensive end. Kempke's hauled down. Penalty on the way. There's the official call. Jersey's off to the box. 2 minutes for tripping.
These are typically easy calls for officials to make as the opponent goes falling to the ice at the hands of your stick. Tough one to take.
Well, this gives us our first chance to take a look at the team's power play unit.
Well, first power play of the game, James. You want to start with possession and look to get shots to the net. It is the tone setter.
Lets it fly. Answered the call there. Oh, they got thunderstruck.
Yeah, I love the way he encroaches on his opponent.
Oh, and it goes off the outside of the iron.
The adrenaline's rushing. You're getting yourself to the right spot at the right time with an opportunity to go ahead in the game. And you hit the post and out.
Stenlet's recognizing they're still short-handed here as they get ready for the face-off. Utah's got the puck inside the offensive zone. Ref blows the whistle as the puck's covered up. Taves is ready for the face-off as we are about to resume this power play. Utah's going to start with the puck inside the offensive zone. Uyghur stick handling in his own zone.
Sergachev's going to have to keep his head up, James. I mean, he caused that injury on a hometown player, and the crowd is frustrated, and they're booing every time he touches the puck.
And it's stopped by the glove. Nice play there. Nice job to escape the zone. Scores! He put it in himself. He tried to make the save. I don't think he knew where it was.
What an energizing moment for their team. I mean, you're out there on the penalty kill just trying to keep the game tied, and then you play aggressive and you get that shorthanded opportunity and execute. Excellent work by the PK.
The Mammoth have broken the deadlock here in the first and have the lead.
Well, when you have a quick strike and you get the go-ahead goal, you want to stay on the puck. You know that the entire staff is going to be telling the bench, let's keep it going, stay on the puck. Let's try and stretch this out.
And they manage to clear it. Loses possession after he takes a little hit. And that shot gets caught in traffic. Utah's gained possession along the boards. Things starting to get a little physical out there. Big time stop there. Puck is cleared out of the defensive zone. Winnipeg's got the puck.
Jersey's penalty is almost expired.
On a good textbook hit. They score! Putting it home on the power play. It's digs up here tonight.
Right from the beginning of that power play, James, there just was a confidence about them. The way they own the puck, the precision in the movements, the motion in the offensive zone, and they cash in to tie this game. What I really love about this,
The Jets answer back in timely fashion here, Sarah.
yeah, they give up a goal early in the opening frame, not the way they would have wanted to start it, but if they can get out of this period and the score is tied, it is a win. Because when you're looking at the barrel of a team that was all over you, you'll take it heading into the intermission.
Blocked in traffic. The Mammoth have possession along the boards. Moves it to Scheifele. There he is from the slot. Tremendous stop with the blocker by Pavelka.
Sometimes when you have no time to think, you make these types of saves. I mean, there's no hesitation here, just simply reaction to be able to make it.
Here he is in close. Winnipeg's got it in their own zone. Uses the force on that hit. Quick pass to Sergachev. And he slides it quickly to Peterka. Sends the pass over. Dying seconds, and he makes the save. Moments away from the face-off. Let's get back to the action. There's the horn for period number 1 as it comes to an end. We've got lots more action. 2 more thirds of this one to go. Stay with us.
Hello everybody, welcome inside the Twitch TV studios for the first period intermission report brought to you by Discover, the official credit card of the NHL. It's a 2-2 score after 1 period of play. Winnipeg burying Utah in shots 13-5, but the Utah Mammoths score when they have to. Logan Cooley makes his performance in the playoffs in his debut with a breakaway goal early to put Utah up by 1. Then Winnipeg came back, tied it at 1. Then Utah, shorthanded, dumps a puck down the ice, and Connor Hellebuyck went to go play it. It hits off of his stick and goes in to the back of the net. But Adam Lowry ties it up for the for the Jets late in the first period. That will give us a 2-2 tie after 1 period of play. I like the way Utah's playing. They got to tighten it up a little bit defensively, and the Jets, they're not controlling the center of the ice. They're not doing a great job at controlling the center ice position. They just need to get a little bit tighter on that. Winnipeg 1 for 1 on their power play, but Utah still has a shorthanded goal on that power play. So there you go. That's the tale of the tape after 1 period of play. Both teams need to keep doing what they're doing. We're going to keep this short because we're going to send you to live NHL action. Ottawa, Carolina, game 1. Carolina's up 1-0. Ottawa's on the power play here in the 3rd period. John Buchagrach has the call for you. We'll send it down to him in Carolina.
On that replay, he was square to the puck earlier than I thought he was.
Aho wins the faceoff. Walker rips it down the ice. Here comes Ottawa again. Sanderson. Stützle is their best offensive player with the puck. Trying to reverse it on the line, but it is Aho and goes down the ice.
Aho and Jarvis changing now. They're dangerous when they're on the kill, too. They have quite a lot of shorthanded goals themselves.
Slavin on the ice with a hurricane, number 74. Sanderson keeps it in. Cousins, across, tipped. Stützle retreats, back to Sanderson. Stützle, across, pass in front, shot! Oh, what a save by Sanderson! No, it's a goal! It's now ruled a goal! It's in the net! And Ottawa has tied the game at 1. Wow. Now we're going to have a discussion. I thought Anderson made the save, but it did appear his glove might have been across the goal line in the air.
Oh, you know what? I agree with you. From up here, it looked like it crossed behind the post. But it's important to note that the call on the ice is a goal. So there has to be distinct example that it's not. Oh, yeah. I don't know. You got to see if that puck is in his glove.
Call on the ice is a goal. The play will be reviewed to make sure it doesn't cross the goal line.
Don't need to challenge this. As you can see there, it's going to be tough. Like you said, it favors Ottawa here that it was called a goal. Dave Jackson, our former NHL referee and rules official. Dave, what's the protocol for the NHL to look at this?
Well, exactly what you said, John. It's not a coach's challenge. It just gets automatically reviewed by the Situation Room in Toronto. That's going to be a really tough call, though, because the crossbar seems to be blocking the puck. The entire puck has to cross the goal line, and you need definitive proof. So even though it was ruled a goal on the ice, you need definitive proof to prove that the puck was actually across the goal line. I'm not sure we're going to get it.
Chad, I don't know if that's a goal. I know you can't see it, but if you're watching at home, I don't know, but they called it a goal on the ice in Carolina.
Definitive proof, and we need definitive proof regardless of the call on the ice.
Opening is about set to go. Looking for that go-ahead goal here as the play is underway in the second. We've played a period here, Cheryl, and we've had an intermission to collect our thoughts. What do you make of what you see?
Utah is fortunate to be in a tie game here, James. I mean, they've coughed the puck up a ton and haven't managed the puck. They've got to limit those turnovers if they want to be successful.
Lots of hockey left to be played in this period. It's all tied up. Dishes it off. The Jets played along the wing. With the blast. Makes the save. Taken along the wall by Keller. Tosses it on to Paterka. Can't hang on to the puck after the play. Winnipeg's on the attack. Fires it on net. In time save. Puts it on the post. Here we go. We've really ratcheted up the intensity here now in the O-zone. There's a hit on the play. Went for the dirty dangle and it goes sideways.
Trying a nifty move when you have good hands. Sometimes it works, sometimes you get denied, and that's what happened there.
Quick feed to DeMello. And now he angles it across to Niederreiter. Loses the coverage there. Oh, he stops it with a glove. Great reflexes there. And it's a quick pass to Corcotti. And that's broken up by Sandberg. From the point, they take control of it. Utah's got the puck in their own end. And a great save. Nyquist scored the play into the corner. Stops that one. The Jets gain control of the puck. Shuts them down.
Melka's been so consistent throughout tonight's game, and I mean, he's made timely saves as well. A lot of shots that he's faced, and his save percentage is an indicator of it.
Big hit along the board.
He was so aggressive on this one, James. He recognizes that he's got to close, and then shoulder on shoulder. This is a clean hit and disrupts the player from the puck. That's a beauty.
Grips it, rips it, scores! And that's his first goal of the postseason ever. And he'll take it.
It's much needed too, James. You get to the playoffs, you want to make sure that your teammates have trust in you, and you have trust in yourself because you want to be an impact player. That's a nice start.
Winnipeg's got up by one here in the second period, and I like that jump in their step we're starting to see here now.
We've really seen an uptick in their momentum in the last few shifts, and they're rewarded with that goal, James. They've got to continue to attack the net, ski downhill, and not be afraid to get to the paint.
Takes the feed at the back end. Denies him with the save. Utah's got the puck along the wall. Here's a short pass to Schmidt. He scores! Tie game!
Well, you can't worry about what happened in the game, James. It's all about what you do now, staying in the present. That's exactly what they've done, and they've got the equalizer. Well, two things need to happen to execute a one-timer perfectly. You have to have the pass, and you have to have the time. You can't be over-anxious. That's the first thing. And second thing, you can't over-rotate. He's perfect with both, and he finds the back of the net.
Past the halfway mark of this period, we got a tie game. And they win that draw at center. Oh, he caught him!
That's a thunderous hit along the boards. It's bone-crushing, James. You feel that one right from your toes all the way up to your shoulders. Talk about finishing a check.
Here's a chance! Spectacular stop by the goaltender. How did he hang on to that?
Oh, what a save there, James. I mean, that's situational awareness at its finest, knowing exactly where the threat is in that slow slot and taking all the space away.
There's the whistle as the puck goes up and over the glass.
Well, we all know in playoffs that the ice closes up quickly. It can feel real small out there, and so you got to find ways to create your space. And that's a huge hit right there, sending a message, trying to open up ice and open up space.
Both teams are set. They're ready to drop the puck. And they win the draw in the offensive zone, and they go to work. Devastating hit into the wall. I think he tried to turn it into drywall on that play. Carries it into the offensive end up the middle. Feeds it over. Goaltender covers it up, and we'll get a reset here. Winnipeg's won the draw inside the offensive zone. Now let's see what they can do with it. Ahead of steam now. The Jets look to start the transition game. And he takes the feed. Oh, a quick little pickpocket on the play. Sergachev's got the puck. Shot! They score! And the deadlock is broken as they take the lead.
Well, that's a huge shift. You can see everyone standing up on the bench. They know how much it means, but it's the next shift that matters most now, James. You want to kind of push and put pressure on your opponent when they're down.
Well, this is just a perfectly executed shot, James. As he drops into his butterfly position, he's trying to make himself as big as possible and get his blocker on it. He just can't catch up to it.
Utah's jumped in front by a goal here late in period number 2, and they have weathered the storm here, Cheryl, but they've gone in front.
Well, it isn't over yet, but they certainly are in a good position with the lead heading into the intermission, James. Now it's about staying the course, playing confident, managing the puck, and getting it done.
The Jets will be forced to serve 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Not a great penalty to take. I mean, you're down a goal. You're trying to fight to get back in this game, and now you find yourself shorthanded.
Utah's man advantage unit will take to the ice for the first time tonight.
First power play opportunity of the game. You know they've worked on this in practice, the setup, the look that they want. Let's see how they move the puck around the perimeter and look to attack.
The Mammoth have taken possession along the wall and tries to make a diagonal pass to Keller. On the attack along the boards. Takes the puck at the point. From behind the net. Back to the point it goes. And that's a great heads-up play by Kepke. And that's a solid clearing attempt on the play. Moves it ahead from off the wall. Gains the zone on the left wing. And he'll take a moment to regroup back at center. Penalty coming up here. Pionk's off to the sin bin for cross-checking.
Tough spot to be in. You need momentum, and you give it back by going on the PK when you're trailing by 1.
Big opportunity here for them. They'll have plenty of time to work this 5-on-3.
In a 5-on-3, you have advantages all over the ice in the offensive zone, but you still can move. You can move and isolate players. When you do this, you create movement, more opportunity. That's exactly what you have to do.
And he comes up with a thunderous hip check on the play. Enters the offensive zone from the left. Sends the puck across. The Jets have possession shorthanded. Quick pass to Schmaltz. The Jets play it along the boards. Fires it into the offensive zone. Moves it quickly over to Lowry. Utah's got a hold of it along the wall. Quick pass across to Hayden. Utah's got the puck along the wall. Passes it in front. And he shuts down a great scoring chance there. More time off the clock as they grab the puck. Shifley's penalty has expired, but they remain. Loses his check, and he's on a breakaway. Here's a shot. Scores! It's in the back of the net, and it comes from an unlikely source because that's his first career playoff goal.
Well, he's been relentless, James, in this playoffs, and you know what? He's found a way to find the back of the net. That's going to be a huge confidence boost for himself and his teammates. What a counter-attack and brilliant speed to get on his horse and get in on the breakaway, James. And that momentum, it carries right through on his shot, and he puts it home. After that last goal, the coach is showing his displeasure with his team. He's just not happy with the effort and the details at this moment.
The Mammoth have delivered an absolute haymaker late here in the second, extending the lead to 2.
But you can see the energy and the body language of everyone on the bench, including the staff. They know that they've played a hard-fought game so far, and they've been rewarded. But James, they got to come out firing on all cylinders in the third if they want to maintain this lead.
The Jets need to start finding a way to finish on some of these chances here late in the second. Play resumes as they win the draw here inside the offensive zone. Moves it to Shifley. books. We'll get a refresh for both the players, ice. Back with a third period next.
Congratulations to Section 107, Row F. Each fan receives a limited edition player's t-shirt. Fans, don't forget to purchase your player t-shirt tonight, only at our team store.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second period intermission report, brought to you by Discover, the official credit card of the National Hockey League. Again, we're going to keep it tight because there's IRL playoff hockey that needs to be shown on air, because what a game Carolina and Ottawa have. What a game we have, though, here in Winnipeg. Utah leads it 5-3 after 40 minutes of play, is now the highest scoring game of our first round matchups here so far, being the fourth and final game of the night. Utah has come out, so has Winnipeg, but the leads have changed, teams have caught up. This is going to be a very good series. Hellebuyck needs to be better, though, for Winnipeg, and we're going to send you down to John Butchergross over in Carolina.
Interference.
Hopefully Nikishin's okay. He has been such a good story for them here. First season in the league, and he has been excellent, critical in their first goal they scored, keeping it in, and here's that. He's grabbing his lower body.
You're right. Okay. Easy for me to say I'm wearing makeup.
Feeling great, Butcher.
Nikishin in the hall, get the assist. It was Nikishin who shot that shot from the point. It rolled over Ullmark's shoulder, kind of sat there on the crease. Then we saw the scramble off the skates of Hall, and then Stakeover with the fire poker. Power play, Carolina. Up 2-0. That pass from Jarvis was not accurate for Gostisbehere.
Welcome back. She's Cheryl Pounder. I'm James Cebulski, and we are ready to bring you period number 3. There's been no shortage of firepower after the first 40 minutes, and we are underway here in the third. Okay, we played 2/3 of this one here tonight. What do you make of what you've seen in this one?
Utah's leading in this high-scoring, high-flying game, but I gotta tell you, the goaltenders on both sides, they must absolutely hate it. It's a 200-foot game of odd-man rushes and back-and-forth play.
Bullard is taken down to the ice. We got a penalty coming up. Here comes the official's decision. The Mammoth have put themselves down a man, tripping the call.
Well, the official is right there to make the call, and no question about it, it's tripping. Anytime you take someone's feet out from under them, you're going to hit the box for 2.
The Jets send their man advantage unit out once more.
Having success earlier on the power play, they recognize where the openings have been. But what I love about it is they're not afraid to change it up. The motion on this power play and these sequences have really been the reason they've been successful.
Here's a blast. Denies it with a save. Winnipeg's moving it into the offensive end. And another hit. The human buzzsaw is in full effect on the ice tonight here, Cheryl.
It certainly is, and if you're the opponent, man, your head's going to be on a swivel. You're going to be knowing when he's coming, and you may shy away from the puck.
And that's knocked away by Sergachev. Down the right wing and into the offensive zone. The Jets have it against the wall. Quick pass to Tanev. Denies it in front. Gets it over to Pionk. Avoids the poke check. And a stick in the lane ends that threat. Picked up along the wall by Barron. With the puck inside the defensive zone. Tanev's got it along the wing. Scrum along the boards, they battle for the puck. Couldn't catch up to that pass. Out into the slot. That's gloved by Hellebuyck.
Sometimes when you're trailing in a game, you can kind of be flat, you can be dull, if you will. So you need a spark, and this is a type of hit that can really ignite a fire under your team. You can see it right away with the body language on the bench. They liked it, so look for that next shift, for them to be on their toes, not on their heels anymore.
Stenlett's gliding in for the face-off as this penalty kill will continue. Shifley's won the draw in his own end. Now let's see if they can clear it. And now it's over to Perfetti. And that skips away on a nice defensive deflection. And makes the save. Takes a feed at the point. Oh, he had that corner, but he puts it off the outside of the post. Oh, he got all of that. What a save from Milka. Now you might call that friendly fire as it goes off one of his teammates. Big time stop there. Takes the puck behind his own cage. Utah's got it in their own zone. Right on the doorstep. Scores! And they needed that.
They certainly did. Now they're within one. They're within striking distance of the equalizer here, James. They're playing on their toes. It's about staying there and keeping the foot to the pedal. If you want to win games, you have to be aggressive on the puck and you have to compete, and that's exactly what he's known for here. He wins that battle because he's able to maintain contact and body position, separate his opponent from the puck, and his team is able to maintain possession. I mean, this is incredible work. It's gritty, it's hard, and it leads to the goal.
The Jets desperately needed something, and they finally made it happen.
Now they're in the final frame here, but they got one back, and you know what that's like as an opponent when you know that that team is coming and they're a wave. There's a lot of urgency, and they're a dangerous team right now.
The Mammoth have gained control of the puck along the wall. Quick feed to Cole. Takes the pass, and he loses control of the puck. Here's a short pass to Rosen. Rocks him on the play. Yeah, here we go. They didn't like that one bit.
They didn't like it because it was dangerous, and you can't have that in the game, James. And this fight is sort of a policing, if you will, of the game, and that's why they've dropped the gloves.
Well, is this one of those analogies, you mess with the bull, you get the horns?
I guess so. I mean, it's certainly sending a message, isn't it, James? I mean, really, it's about retribution and governance and what happens within the rink and trying to make sure that this gets settled here and there, and hopefully it's done.
Well, this game has new life breathed into this building tonight after what we just saw moments ago, but we still got a game to play. Perfetti's won the face-off here in the offensive zone. And he hits one of his own teammates with that shot. And a good solid hit. A game of inches, and he puts it off the outside of the post. So as they say in street hockey,
It is a new game, and it's never over, right, James? Because they've been behind in this game. They've been chasing it. But now they tie it up, and you can certainly feel the energy created with that goal. Well, this is just a perfect screen. The goaltender can't find the puck because the screen is looking back and finding a way to take away his eyes. Does a great job, and the puck goes in.
the Jets have got to keep pressing here, Cheryl. After getting that equalizer, they've got to feel that buzz right now.
Yeah, they'll want to build on top of that goal and really just continue to do what they've been doing all game, and that's possess the puck. We've been waiting for this to happen because they've been all around it. It finally did.
Moved up ahead here in the neutral zone. And that's intercepted by DeMello. Winnipeg's got the puck inside the defensive zone. Makes his presence known on the ice. Pass across to Schmidt. A little dipsy doodle and he loses possession of the puck.
Schmidt's such a great player, James. He's got great hands and in-tight skill, but just that extra move there, it's a tricky one, and he gets lost in it.
Strong defensive effort. Schmidt's moving the puck through his own zone. Moves it quickly over to Schmaltz. Utah's got the puck against the wall. Picked off by Velarde. And some textbook body contact there. Big hit, and that frees up possession. Locks him. Winnipeg's got it now. And he comes up big again. And that puck leaves the zone. Moves it to Miller. The Mammoth have the puck in their own zone.
You can feel the energy in the building right now in this tight game. The pressure is on. You have to find a way to embrace it at this moment.
Melka's made an incredible save there. Not sure how he kept that out of the net. Just really athletic. I mean, you have to be acrobatic to be able to get to the top of your crease like that, but he read it perfectly to be able to make the save and keep it at bay.
A lot on the line here in this offensive zone faceoff. And they take possession here in the offensive zone, and time to go on the attack. And the goalie covers up for the whistle.
Mesnikov's been on it all night, and as you can see here, the grade A chances just piled up, and finally he broke through here, James. He didn't get frustrated. What I loved about it was he continued to get to the right spots. If you're getting good looks, at some point, it's eventually going to go in.
Getting into the later stages of this period, the next goal could be a big one as we are tied. Puck grab by Sergachev. Slides it across! And a great save! Tries to get the puck to Bryson. Now he slides it up to Velarde. Avoids the defender. Shuts him down. Tries to feed it over to Keller. Along the half wall with the puck. Shot! Turns him away! In front, and a stoppage on the play as the goaltender covers things up. A big face-off here inside the offensive end. Utah's won it, now they'll go on the attack. And that shot gets blocked by one of his own teammates. Can't keep a hold of it. Scooped up along the wall by Lowry. Puck picked up by Weaver. Less than 60 seconds left in regulation. In front of the net, the goaltender covers up for a whistle on the play. This is a face-off they'll definitely want to win here inside the offensive zone. Shifley's won it off the face-off. Angles it over to Niederreiter.
Morrissey's.
Here we go, Cheryl. They're going to go.
No one can take liberties with your star players. You have to protect them. And when you send an enforcer out there, you're sending a message not only to the team you're playing now, but the teams you're going to play in the future.
Oh, and it's all over.
Well, it's over. It almost looked uncontested, didn't it? I mean, he took it square, and he had no chance on that one, James. When the fight started, the fans erupted, and then all of a sudden the tilt went the road team's way, and it got awfully silent in here.
And they take possession after the defensive zone faceoff. The Mammoth have it on the attack. Krause has got it along the wall. And he takes the feed. Drops him in the open ice. Stones him on the one-timer. Quick pass to Marino. 27 seconds on the clock.
Well, this is a primetime clinic on how to own the puck. I mean, they're managing it, and they are playing with it at will in the offensive zone.
Stones him with the blocker. Huge play in his own end to come up with the puck. Taken by Marino. And now he moves it quickly to Kerfoot. Fires it. Oh, what a stop there with time winding down. And there's the horn. 60 minutes solves absolutely nothing. Let's go to the period where heroes are made. Overtime looms here on EA Sports.
Going to be out for the remainder of the game here, James, and that's tough news to hear. I mean, earlier in this game, he was injured, but the likelihood of him returning is nil now.
And he's such a critical piece, both within the room and on the ice. Hopefully he'll be okay, and this is just short term. Handles the bank pass along the boards. And they'll battle for that loose puck along the boards. Works it across to Pionk. Winnipeg's got the puck in the defensive end. A little crashing and banging forces the turnover. Looking to make something happen along the boards. Just slide. Slides it down. Just a great heads-up play by Niederreiter. Gets the full use of his stick on the poke check. Handles the puck from the left side. He'll need more than that to beat him. Nice feed from the goaltender. Handles the puck. Keller's got it against the boards. Slides the puck down low. What a great read breaking up the pass. Quick feed to Morrissey. Gaining steam here on the attack. Utah's got it along the wall. Grabbed along the boards by Hayton. And he takes the pass. Winnipeg's looking to break out of their own end. Takes the shot. And that one's denied.
Well, he's going to win the foot race to the net here, but he's got to have the courage to do it as well. He fights through the space to get the shot off. That's a high-danger scoring chance. Just doesn't connect.
Great reflex on display tonight on his part. A big draw looming here in the offensive zone. Perfetti's won the face-off, and now let's see what they can do. And he gets just enough of it to keep it out from the back of the net.
Melka's made a great save, and even better is the redirect to the corner.
The Jets gain possession in their own end. Utah's got a hold of it against the wall. Gets a hold of the puck here in his own end. Can't stay on his feet after that hit. Picked up along the boards by Schmidt. Moves the puck. A chance for the goal! They take it in overtime! Man, that was a fun one, and I'll say this, the right team won.
Well, the shooter does a great job of recognizing how much room is available in the net, but it's all about the goaltender. He drops to that butterfly position and isn't able to get his glove hand up quick enough.
Well, that'll do it for tonight's postseason action, but the playoffs roll on, and we will see you at the next game. From all of us here at EA Sports, I'm James Cebulski. Good night.